We are here on the Wild Sound Actors podcast, and I'm joined by a fellow Hannah, so it's going to be good. Hannah Yurub, is that how I pronounce it? Yurub.
Yes, yes,
Perfect.
you're
And what a gorgeous film we get to chat about. It was so haunting. The first night. Felt it was a very visceral experience. Black and white thriller of a piece, and we have a lot to dig into. But before we get into talking about the first night, I'd love to get to know a little bit about you. Why acting? What brought you into acting and into this wild and wonderful business?
Oh gosh. Yeah, you're asking me to go a little back into the
We're going
timeline
way back.
here. We're going way back. Yeah. Yeah, you know what? I feel like throughout the course of my life, I feel that acting has been attractive to me for different reasons. I
Yeah.
mean, when I was a kid, I had watched way too much Criminal Minds. So just the thought of what I was seeing on the television not being real, and these people are like just regular people in real life, and these crimes are not happening in real life, was just like a crazy kind of notion to me. So I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, people play pretend, like adults play pretend for some reason. What's that all about?
For a living.
Um, yeah, somehow.
I feel like Criminal
Uh,
Minds has been the
yeah.
start of so many actors'
Do
trajectory.
you think so? Oh my gosh,
Getting just like
that's
there's something
insane.
about the height of the drama that it's
I
something so juicy to dig into.
Yes, I think that's what it was for me when I was the tender age of 7.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I
Same.
was real 7 years old, just invested. My sister had the complete control of the remote and what we watched on TV,
We're
so
watching
I
this.
really had no other. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I think once I had become like a teenager, it was sort of like stereotypical in the sense that, you feel all this repressed emotion and you're kind of just like trying to figure out how to go about it. And just
Yeah.
acting kind of gave me that outlet to kind of express these different emotions that I felt like I couldn't at the time, but like
Mm.
through the lens of a different person. So that had become really appealing to me at that point in time. But now that I'm sort of a young adult, I guess you could say, um, just getting to collaborate with people and tell, stories that I really like and I find interesting, and I hope other people would find interesting, has really been, I guess, the crux of it all for me at this point in time. Yeah.
Lovely. I feel
Yeah.
like also so many young people, it does become art as a therapy. Like acting is a
Yes.
therapy. And there's those
Yeah.
the class clowns or the ones who just need to act out or feel misunderstood. And it's such a great way of having license to explore all of those parts of you and
Yeah.
make sense of them through the characters or through others seeing you in that way and being
Mhm.
reflected back to you. So that's really
Yeah,
lovely.
absolutely.
Yeah, whenever I have parents who will chat with me, I teach public speaking to kids in some acting classes, and they'll say, "What do I do with my kid?" I say, "This is the perfect place for them. If you're having
Yeah.
troubles, let them get out that energy and kind of get
Mhm.
to explore themselves in this class." So,
Absolutely. Yeah.
in terms of this film, how did
Mhm.
this come into your life?
I okay. It was kind of funny. I was kind of scrolling on Facebook, looking through like little casting notices that they kind of come up, and I saw the poster for like the little, I guess, intro of what they wanted the movie to be about, and
Yeah.
um the character listings and all that kind of stuff. And I was like, a vampire movie, like I kind of have to do this. Like I have no other choice.
My
So yeah, that's kind of exactly. So that's kind of how I had found it, and I kind of just sent them an email, and then it went on from there.
awesome. Okay,
Yeah.
you first got the role, what was your reaction having read the script and realized what you had ahead of you?
I was so nervous because there's no dialogue, at least with Elise's character. She doesn't say much, but her whole kind of I guess everything she has going on is just really on her face and in her body and kind of just the atmosphere kind of impressing upon her. And
Yeah.
so I had felt, a sense of relief because I didn't have to memorize too much or anything like that. And the pressure was off in that regard. But and there's that other kind of physicality that at the time, I felt like I didn't have a very good grasp of. So, um, being Elise in the first night was definitely, I think it was a teaching moment for me.
That, yeah, you kind of just put
Yeah.
yourself in there, right?
Mhm.
How did you prepare for the role? Do you have like specific preparations? How did you find that physicality? Because it was very convincing. I felt it when I was watching. I was like, I feel uneasy. I feel like knots coming in my back throughout this.
Oh, yeah, that's great. I mean, usually when people say that, you're like, oh, what happened to you? But in this case, it's like, okay, great. I'm glad you felt that way.
Excellent.
Yeah. I think I, getting into Elise's character for me was it was kind of brought about by just what I had noticed in the script. Like we don't know anything about her. We don't really know where she is, any point in time, um, just a point in time of when the story is taking place. So I felt that keeping that sort of like uncertainty and confusion regarding Elise kind of just helped me with, I don't know, like the circumstances like regarding like my body and like my face and my emotions at the time. So kind of playing her as just like a young girl, a young woman who is just waking up with no memory and just like confused about where she is, but like feeling that something inside her has changed and
Yeah.
is like actively changing is kind of the way I decided to go about it. And Gabriel, the director, really gave me like free reign with that. He was very accommodating with my ideas and everything. So I was really appreciative of that.
I feel like you do have to have that free range to explore with something
Yes.
like this, right? And you have to
Yeah, of course.
totally totally at ease to try and swing for the fences. And
Hmm.
I love that. I think that's quite an acting challenge because you can't play the end of the film. We have to
Hmm.
at the beginning just be brought in with the intrigue of, oh, we notice something's off, but what is that? And you're not playing the ending by any means so that we can build to that final kind of climactic moment, which, whoo, that got me. So congrats on that. And
Thank you.
in terms of the conversations of like starting the piece from your director, what were some of these conversations had to build the world and dive in?
The thing I really enjoyed about working with Gabriel on this film was just he was very specific about just I guess, the vision of what he was trying to create and the emotions that Elise would have been feeling at the time. So it kind of allowed me to, I guess, execute that in a way that I guess the way I had interpreted that. But it gave me a lot of free rein and a lot of guidance as to kind of where I took her character. But um, Gabriel definitely had a way of kind of, I guess, implanting me
Yeah.
in that feeling already just by us talking about it. Like he would say something about Elise, she's kind of feeling this way and this way. And like as he's talking, I was like actively like feeling it. So then we
Cool.
kind of just like went straight into it after that when we were filming over the course of 2 days in April last year. Uh, yeah, that was just kind of, I mean, the conversations I had with Gabriel really impacted the way I looked at the film and looked at Elise as a character and kind of her circumstances and everything like that. So, yeah, the conversations me and Gabriel had were really productive, I think, in that sense.
That's lovely when what they're saying actually works for you because there can be
Yes.
somebody's giving you some feedback and it's like, I don't know, it just doesn't speak.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
wonderful you were speaking the same language and you were enough of
Mhm.
it for it. But that's
Yeah.
when someone's getting you in the zone and you're like, okay, I'm ready. I get exactly what you're talking about. And
Yeah, absolutely.
that clarity for me, I could tell there was a good working relationship. I can see in films when somebody feels 100% committed to the project. And your performance, along with just like the great framing and the quick cuts and the overall tone, felt so cohesive that I was like, oh yeah, we this must have been a pretty good filming process. So
Yeah, I mean, the filming process itself was just so much fun. Like just the makeup and the talking to the other actors who are just like so amazing to work with and to just be around, and the people that were working on set. It was just all together. It was like a really fantastic experience for me. So I really enjoyed it.
was it hard keeping up the energy to stay in that zone for 2 whole days?
I think if I can remember correctly, we kind of split it up in such a way that the more emotional, kind of heavier pieces were filmed on the same day.
Okay.
And so, if I'm remembering this correctly, I'm pretty sure I am. Anyway, um,
Go. It's understandable.
yeah. It was just we were kind of fast paced in the filming of it too. Like we would have that one take and then Gabriel and I would talk, we talk to the other actors, and then we would just do it again. So
So
that sort of fast paced I guess timeline of those days were really helpful in kind of keeping that energy up and having a decent, not even decent, like a really good environment for the acting and the people on set just in general really helped me feel comfortable with keeping that sort of, I
yeah.
guess, uneasy feeling throughout the entire day without feeling as if I am really uneasy, if that makes sense. Yeah.
Okay, in terms of the filming, did you find there was any surprises in the process or in the experience?
I think I was just so surprised about how, because like the other actors, Steven and Nikki, who are really, really fantastic in their roles, just seeing them act was really just like fascinating to me, and it really made my experience.
Lovely.
So yeah, just kind of conversing together, acting together, seeing what kind of, I guess, relationships, inner relationships can be brought about,
Yeah.
and seeing everything kind of bleed together for me was just really just awesome.
Oh, that's lovely. It's so nice when your acting partners can bring something to the table that
Hmm.
you curious and makes when people bring that to the table, you want to do better because you want to also
Absolutely.
race to their level and you want to bring them something to play with too. So,
Hmm.
okay, so when you finally saw the film, what was your reaction?
I was sort of mind blown. I guess, yeah. I mean, I had envisioned it the way that Gabriel, I mean, was kind of describing his vision, and in the script there's details about how it's supposed to look, and then there's a shot list, and just being there with the camera and really, really close to your face, you can kind of envision how it's going to look at the end. But it really kind of exceeded the any sort of expectations, which were really high because I trusted Gabriel in the first place to really pull everything together. Yeah, it was really awesome to see. There is sort of a distance that I had to put with seeing myself so close, if that makes sense. But
Every podcast, every person.
yeah,
It was difficult to watch myself, but I love the film.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. That's definitely what I was trying to get at. But yeah, it was just really exceeded every expectation that I had, and I was really excited when I had seen it. And yeah, I'm very happy for Gabriel that everything came together the way he wanted.
There's such a clear vision, like great pacing through it. The tension was there. And yeah, it left us on that perfect final note. That button was really strong. This is definitely one I'll be thinking of for a while. So if anybody listening or watching hasn't seen it, you should definitely check it out, especially if you like something a little eerie. Um, so, in terms of what's next for you, what's any projects on the horizon? What would you like to act in? Anything?
I I mean, right now I'm in a little kind of community theater play. I'm doing the Calgary One Act Regional Festival with a couple of my friends. So I'm very excited about that. It's coming up in April. Other than that, I've just been trying to stay afloat in university.
What are,
So
what's your university course?
I'm taking criminal justice.
Good for you. That's
Thank you.
criminal mind.
Yeah,
It really
exactly. It's coming up in different ways, I think.
that's
Yeah,
awesome. Well, that's great.
thank you.
I mean, there are a lot of acting roles of lawyers and criminals and
Right.
everything of the sort in that. So, I mean, courtroom drama is where it's at. So I think you'll definitely in police officers and criminologists. So that's going to be really helpful for a lot of your auditions when they have all
I
the
think so.
technology. You'll just be flipping through that like nobody's.
Yeah. They're gonna be like, what makes you good for this role? And be like,
It is.
oh, what do you know? What do you like to
I
know?
know what I'm talking about. Unlike making it up. So what's this play going to be about?
It's about one of my friends, Trish Clark, wrote it. We had met a couple years ago, and she had written another play that I had kind of been offered to play. But it's basically about the concept is a game show set in the future where they invite a person from different points of times in their lives, and they come together to see how their moral compass and identity has changed over the course of their lives.
That's
So yeah, I play the game show host, and my friend Trish plays the registered nurse in her older years, and then she's talking to a younger version of herself, who's played by Amy, one of my other friends,
that's
who's at that point in time in her late 20s. So yeah, it's a really fun experience, and I just have so much fun doing acting with people that I know and people that I love, and just my friends. So yeah,
all
it's
about
really great.
community and being able to you're playing together, right? And
Absolutely, yeah.
like, we're safe in playing the game together, but also we want to ramp up the rules of the game because we're all playing the same one. So,
Yeah.
cool. That's awesome. Well, looking forward
Thank you.
about that. And I want to say a
Thank
huge
you so much.
for joining me today. I had
Thank you for having me.
curious about this piece, and yeah, I'm gonna rewatch it, having all of this in mind.
Thank you.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Hannah.
you so much for having me.
Hopefully, we'll chat about a future project.